Hi. Hello and welcome to another Week 13 matchup in the XCFL. We got two teams who are on fire this year: the Baltimore Ravens, who are 9-2, and they get traveling to Jacksonville to face the Jacksonville Jaguars. Our owner Brap, who is also 9-2, on fire. Real quickly, because they are on the field, Ravens will get the ball to start the game. Real quickly, Ace. I have Ace here with me. What have you seen from Brap, and what do you think we can expect from this team?
I mean, he's a big offense. He's got Bartram, Chark, and Hines as his three-headed monster, and they put together a lot of offense. But his defense stacked across the board, superstars and X factors. He's got the division on lock, so he's a monster of a.
Yeah, he's got a monster of a team and it's a good user. Over in Baltimore, Ravens 9-2. They have also a pretty star-studded roster with Lamar Jackson, Brian Ramsey, and DJ Moore, who's on fire right now, and their tight end Rashad Session, who has a really nice set of abilities. They also traded for Devin White from yours truly a season ago, and he's been phenomenal this year with 4 interceptions and a forced fumble and 49 tackles. And look for him to make an impact on this game as well. Okay, so without further ado, they have readied up already, so we're going to get you down to the field where we have a 1st and 10 for Baltimore on the Jaguars 48-yard line.
Baltimore, the same thing. What a matchup here. We got stars all over the field, so it'll be exciting.
Very exciting. Power formation set. 1st and 10. Moore split out wide to the left. Play action. They're going to try and go deep to Session. Lamar Jackson just barely gets rid of it as the defense was in there quickly. Brings up a 2nd and 10.
And these guys generate sacks. Yannick had 4 last week, if I remember correctly. So these guys put a lot of pressure on quarterback.
Yeah, either one of them get a lot of pressure as this brings to 2nd and 10. Let's see if they can try to contain Lamar Jackson as he goes empty set. Fakes the snap. Checking things over again. 9 seconds on the play clock. Lamar taking his time. Now he takes a snap. He's going to take off on a draw play with some space. Gets a nice gain of 6 yards to make this a nice 3rd and manageable here to start this drive.
Iglesias on the tackle. He's one of the favorites in the XCFL, and he saves the 1st down there.
Yeah, it looked like he had enough space to try and fit it in there, but Iglesias with a nice tackle. 3rd and 4. Single back set. 3 wide receivers. Jackson taking his time again. Now takes a snap. He drops back. Here comes Ngakoue. He gets around the pressure. He goes for a 1st down. He'll slide down to the 34-yard line. There's Lamar Jackson. So quick around that edge.
They held him in good. I mean, Iglesias again with another hit, but Jackson proven why he's one of the most dangerous quarterbacks.
And that was in Wosu on that right side. You saw get in the backfield extremely quickly, made Jackson scramble out. And these DNs are going to get back there, but Jackson with that speed, he might be able to combat them here. 1st and 10 I formation. Now finally snaps it. Play action fake. He's got a crosser route. DJ Moore with space 5. Touchdown, Baltimore. What a play there. Let's see that again. Now finally snaps it. Play action fake. He's got a crosser route. DJ Moore with space 5. Touchdown, Baltimore. What a play. Route running capability, and we see it there. He just had so much separation from that cornerback. Was not able to hang on to him at all. And that's what happens when you have Lamar Jackson. You kind of have to play for him a little bit. You have to contain him. The D line kind of doesn't get back there as fast as they normally do because they're focusing on trying to contain him. And that time, the ends are just a little tired there. Couldn't get to the quarterback. Had plenty of time for that crosser to get open. Easy touchdown for Baltimore.
Really interesting that Regan went to establish pass game because he's got a strong run game and he's got multiple backs that all passing except for Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, and interesting as well because they have been pretty balanced this year. They have and a nice return here. He's going to take it all the way to the 40-yard line. The kicker finally drags him down. That's good field position to start this drive for Jacksonville.
Dangerous return there. He almost gave one up. He had one guy to beat and ran out of space.
Yeah, and just as I was saying, they have Brian Ramsey, who you saw in the backfield that whole drive. They really didn't get any chances to get going, but they use him a lot this year. He's over 130 carries, and they usually have their game start with the running game, and they feed off of that. First down run here to Hines gets nothing, stuffed immediately. I
So we
believe
get
that
to see
was
what this Ravens defense does. They got some players too. Sylvester
yeah,
on the
that
right
was
end there. You see him
that was
making some
Devin
moves.
White with that tackle too. Second
What you
and
know
10.
about Devin White?
Yeah, I didn't know too much about Devin White. Three tight ends to the left, single back set. Here's Bartram, steps back. He's got some time. Nice little drag route to the tight end. Ooh, and he puts his head down and gets across that first down marker, I believe. That'll be a first down. Nice completion there for Bartram.
Interesting that he comes out with three tight ends because that's probably one of the least expected positions for this Jags to use, but they use it well on that play.
Yeah, they really don't have any playmakers on the tight end side like Baltimore does. It's all receivers with Paris Campbell and DJ Shark, and their running back with Naeem Hines. So you don't see a lot of multiple tight end sets like that, but it worked for them that time. Strong pro set here. Barnum taking his time. Play action. Defense sees it. They're backing off. He throws it deep to the end zone, and it's lucky it's not picked off as Devin White had that read all the way, and that speed just knocks it out of the hands of, I believe that was Paris Campbell.
Yeah, Paris Campbell actually had to play some defensive back there because it was into triple coverage, and he had to swat that thing away so it didn't get picked.
And lucky it was not picked. A good play there by Campbell to swat it away. Second and 10, single back set, three wide receivers. Dice slot set here. Brought him surveying the defense, taking his time. Now decides to change something up here. Finally takes the snap, drops back. He's got some time. He's going to the end zone again. Oh, and it goes up top to the tight end, and it's knocked out again. Another big play by a linebacker, and this brings up a third and 10.
Great pocket by that Jags O line. It gave plenty of time for Bartram to survey the field, and Oliver to make that grab. That was going to be a tough one.
Yeah, Barton put it in the right spot there. Had a nice pocket, but nothing else was really open. Tried to fit it in there, put it only in a place where a receiver could get it. But here's our third and 10. Bunch set. Goes over the middle. Campbell. Ooh, and it's almost picked off as Campbell was speared. As soon as he tried to catch that ball, brings up a fourth and 10. And after that nice field position, they only get about 10 yards and have to kick a field goal.
Yep, tough play for Campbell to make, especially with those hard hitters back there. But a star like him, he's got to bring that.
Yeah, he had a chance to bring that in, but it was a tough catch. Jags only ran the ball once on that drive, so very pass heavy to start this, even with Naeem Hines being an extremely elusive playmaking back. So maybe if you're the Jags, you try and get Hines going a little bit more next drive, and if the Ravens score here, what are you thinking if you're the Jags?
I think you got to. You get him in the zone, and he's tough to handle. So then the Ravens would have to commit more men up in the box. So I think we see more.
First and 10, Ramsey to Jackson's right here. Jackson to throw again and dumps it off to his receiver. Oh, what a big hit there. Ooh, what a hit there. And he is lucky that he doesn't fumble that ball.
Yeah, Session. I think that was Session got popped.
think it was
And
Miles Boykin. Yeah, it was Miles
you're
Boykin.
right.
Yeah.
You're right. That was Boykin. Anzalone put the hit on him there, and
Ooh, Ramsey with some space. Gets it to the 47-yard line. Looked like he could have had a touchdown there, but nice closing speed by the safety.
took advantage of the blitz there. Hole opened up. Made it happen.
Nice blocking by the offensive line there to pick up that blitz and give a nice hole for Ramsey. 1st and 10. Man in motion. They're going to fake it to the wide receiver. And here comes the rush, and he goes down hard. That's Iglesias getting in there again. He's made a huge impact on this game already.
That's his third tackle, a sack from Iglesias. Huge game so far. He is, like you said, making a big impact.
Now it brings up a long 2nd down here. 2nd and 16. Empty set for the Ravens. This is where Lamar's dangerous if he gets out running. Oh, and a tackle. Oh, man. Brian there just gets in there instantly, dives right at the feet of Jackson, just clotheslines him almost and takes his feet out from under him. Another sack there for the Jags. And 3rd and 25 here. If you're the Ravens, just try and get what you can here, right?
Yeah, I think you got to all here, but some people aren't conservative as I am.
Ravens will intend to pass it, and they try and go deep here. They're going for it all, but Ngakwe's in there and forces an incompletion. So a nice defensive stand here for the Jags.
There was a time where that sack by Brian would have been a penalty, but ankle tackle, and you got to be careful when you're going low on those quarterbacks.
Yeah, he went very low there. And Hines with a nice couple of juke moves gets it to the 45-yard line. Another big special teams play gives his Jags good field position.
So let's see if we see a little more Hines out of the backfield on this one. I think we do.
Yeah, after that return, you kind of hope that the Jags would start to utilize him a little bit more because he is dynamic. Shock changes anything. Looking at defense again this time. He takes the snap and gives it to Hines. Hines, another couple of juke moves, gets a tough 4 yards there, but he made that look good.
He's so slippery as a running back. You got to have 2 or 3 guys tackling. He'll make at least one guy miss every, especially when he gets outside the tackle.
Yeah, and with these linebackers the Ravens have, you'd think that they'd be able to contain him with White and Slauson, but I don't know. He's just so shifty. You think that maybe they're not going to be able to this game. As Barnum takes the snap, he's going to the out route, and he's got his man Paris Campbell this time with a catch. This is his second completion of the day.
Paris with some great footwork there on the sideline, gets his toes down.
Hines in motion to the right. Tight set for the Jags. Ravens showing blitz. Barnum changes some things up. He's got some time. Throws another out route. Here's time DJ Shark with some space to the 14-yard line. Nice play there by Barnum. Gets rid of the ball quickly to his main man, DJ Shark.
And DJ is the main man. Far outweighs all the rest as far as production. And I was wondering what he'd call his.
Yeah, we're just waiting for it. It's been a lot of Campbell so far in this one, but that time DJ Shark getting involved when it counts. 1st and 10, bunch to the left. Barnum pass again. He's going to the end zone. He's got his tight end. Oh, and it's knocked away. It looked like he had a space to fit that in there to his tight end Oliver, but good closing speed by the cornerback there and knocks it away.
Yeah, Oliver, that's the second one that he hasn't been able to haul in. He needs to make some plays here to help out his team if he's going to be getting some targets like that.
Well, with the Ravens roster, they have a lot of lockdown coverage capabilities, so I think Oliver's going to be getting a lot of opportunities as Hines gets stuffed there. A nice tackle by Devin White and the defensive lineman from Lincoln about 4. But with the other receivers like DJ Shark and Paris Campbell getting a lot of attention, things might open up for Josh Oliver. So look for him to have to step up in this game if they're gonna come out on top.
I agree. We saw a little inside run there from Hines. You don't see that very often, but it looks like the Ravens are giving that inside to him, so they're going to challenge him. Hey, if you want to run up the middle.
Exactly, but with the Devin White's closing speed, it's going to be tough. Even if that looks like it's going to be open, he's going to be there and usually be in a position to make a tackle. But 3rd and 6 coming up as brings us to the end of the first quarter. 7-3 the score. Ravens up by 4. A lot of man coverage across the board. It looks like Ravens changing some things up. Barnum empty set now. Huge 3rd down here. Barnum takes a snap now. He's looking. He's got plenty of time now. He does not. He goes down. Huge sack there by Riddick, and that'll bring up a 4th and 14, forcing another field goal in plus territory for the Jags.
Reddick is one of those guys. He, kind of like Nyakaway on the other side or some of these other stars that they got, but he just gets back there. He disrupts passes, and we saw it on that.
You got to give it to Riddick for Riddick to getting back there so quickly, but you also have to give it to the secondary for having such lockdown coverage. And man, usually in your man coverage, you have to hope that your guys hold it enough for your pass rush to get there. But the pass rush wasn't that quick. Barnum had time if something developed, but nothing was open, and he just was forced to have to take a sack there.
Kind of curious what our Ravens kick here. He's like doing some workouts back here in the end zone.
I'm not sure if that was some form of taunting by Ramsey or just some Regan tomfoolery, but either way, it runs it out the back of the end zone. It's be brought out to the 25.
I think we could default to Tom.
Yeah, it's probably tomfoolery. 1st and 10, bunch to the right. Ramsey in the backfield. Jags playing way off the line of scrimmage, and they're going to run with Ramsey. Easy yardage there as the Jags had nobody in the box.
If they're going to give you that, you got to give what the defense, or you got to take what the defense gives.
Yeah, and it looked like
7 yards right up the gut, and you got to.
Yeah, you got to take that. And it looked like the Ravens came out and were expecting the pass there, but a good read by Jackson, obvious read by Jackson. That's nobody in the middle there, and audibles to a running play. 2nd and 3, 2 running backs in the backfield. Hunt, the man in motion, RPO, and Jackson's going to take off with this. And then now he flips it. Now he flips it to Hunt, and Hunt gets his feet knocked out from him. What a play by Jackson. Let's see that one again. RPO, and Jackson's going to take off with this. And then now he flips it. Now he flips it to Hunt, and Hunt gets his feet knocked out from him. What a ever seen that from that kind of RPO before. I guess the offense, he held the ball for so long. I guess the offensive lineman didn't get downfield, so you don't have that illegal man downfield penalty, but very dangerous pitch there, but he made it work for a 12-yard rush.
Yep, and we see another dangerous little RPO there trying to hit that slant.
Yeah, that was not open at all.
A little bit on the edge here from Jackson.
Yeah, that was a dangerous throw again, and Lamar Jackson is playing with fire. So we got a offside and Ngakoue a little bit too, and they're gonna decline it. So Ngakoue is brought offside, and I guess for whatever reason the Ravens declined it. Either way, 2nd and 10. Jackson going back to pass. He's got more.
I'm not even sure what to. Sorry.
What were you gonna say?
I'm not even sure what to say about the decline penalty, but whatever.
I mean, I guess it worked for him. Yeah. Moore with a nice catch all the way down the field to the 32-yard line. Gonna have to ask Regan why he declined that earlier, but I guess it doesn't really matter. As now Moore's X factor is lit up. Looks like he's got one man on him. Maybe Jackson's gonna try and hit him here for a jump ball. Jackson drops back. He's gonna go to Moore. Double covered. Oh, and he's lucky it's not picked off. He tries to take a shot to Moore, but it wasn't far enough for the Moss to be illuminated because it has to be over 50 yards, and Moore is unable to even get a hold of it. Has to play some defense.
Shivers is a good corner. They kind of baited him up there with brass. The safety was able to cover over the top and had plenty of coverage.
Yeah, nice coverage over the top there. Did bait that throw a little bit. But a nice run by Ramsey. He gets about 7. Makes this a very, very 3rd and manageable. Weak pro set here.
Look for Sessions.
Sessions to the left side. Jackson drops back. He's got his man Sessions. Nice call. Ace called that all the way. Knew exactly where Regan was going to go with that.
Sessions. Safety blank.
Yeah, it definitely is Jackson's safety blanket. 1st and 10. Ravens now flipping the play. More spread out to the slot to the right side here. And they're going to stay with the RPO. Here's the run, and Ramsey tries to juke back inside, but a nice tackle made. And only gain about 1.
Those outside runs, not effective as I've been watching these different games. Great play by the Jags. Cover it up.
2nd and 9. Pistol bunch set. Jackson was timed going to his man Sessions and a little bit overthrown there, but not sure he had that window open. Brings up a 3rd and 9.
I think he had to throw it high there. Anything lower, and the DBs were looking for a ball there.
3rd and 9. Jags loading the box. Looks like they're bringing some type of blitz here. Pistol set. 3 wide receivers to the left. He takes the snap. Here comes the blitz. Dumps it off to Ramsey. Ramsey with the juke move to the outside. Another juke move. And he's going to walk in for a touchdown. Pistol set. 3 wide receivers to the left. He takes the snap. Here comes the blitz. Dumps it off to Ramsey. Ramsey with the juke move to the outside. Another juke move. And he's going to walk in for a touchdown.
Yeah, he did. Brackett's doing highlights. That one needs to be on there because he made 2 out of this world to get to.
Yeah, 2 out of this world moves, and Lamar Jackson he's been very risky. Has some risky plays this drive, but you got to hand it to him for being creative with some of these plays here. Not many people would have dumped it off to the running back and had the trust that he had for his man to make two juke moves in open space to get in for a touchdown there.
The fact that he was able to get the ball out, I don't even know who that was, up in his face, was impressed itself.
I think it was Miles Jack that the Jags user was usering and went right up the gut, unblocked, and just extreme pocket presence by Jackson to flip that out there. You're right. I'm surprised he even got that off as well. 1st and 10, another RPO here. Here's Hines. Hines with the juke of his own. He's got some space, and he chucks it back inside for a gain of about 14 there. Brings to the 39-yard line.
And says, I can run too. I can move. So let me show you.
Yeah, let me show you. I got jukebox as well. Single back wing pair here. 2 tight ends to the left. Shark split out wide to the right. Barnum changes some things up. Takes the snap, now drops back. He's got some time here. He's going to his running back, Hines. Hines with the catch and space to the 30. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And hang on, folks. Now drops back. He's got some time here. He's going to his running back, Hines. Hines with the catch and space to the 30. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Years ago, where the safety undercuts it and tries to get an interception or a big tackle there and whiffs and gives up a touchdown. 2-point conversion here. Jags trying to tie it. Empty set. Barnum takes his snap. He's looking for the slant route. Oh, and it's caught. Wow, looked like the linebacker Devin White was there, but nice throw there by Barnum. Ties this game up, 14-all.
Great grab by Nickerson. Like you said, White was right there, and he pulled that one and said, nope, we're tying the game right here.
Yeah, and a nice throw, but it was a little bit risky. It worked for him, but a nice catch by Nickerson to kind of bail him out. But if Devin White picks that off, he's got so much speed at the linebacker position. He could take that back and make it 2 points the other way. So you got to be careful in that situation, but it worked out for them. 1st and 10, corner route.
And we've seen a couple of those pick twos recently, too. I think Hammer had one the other day that went almost 100 yards.
Yeah, in that situation, as they get by the line of scrimmage, once they take that back, if they have any kind of speed, they're not going to be caught. That's usually when it happens in situations like that. I form close here. Jags spreading the line again. More motions out, even farther out wide. Ravens let the play clock play down, and Ramsey with some more space cuts it back inside and gets a nice little gain of about 6.
Ramsey cut that left. I think if he had just kept on that straight path, he would have had been able to break that one big. But still, great gain on first.
And again, just taking what the defense is giving you. The Jags trying to spread their defense and play for a kind of outside zone or try and contain Lamar and just take it, run up the middle there with Ramsey. Good call by the Ravens.
I think this is the effect that DJ Moore had on defenses. They can't come up too close to the line because he'll just pop the top off.
Either him or Session or Lamar Jackson will just do some kind of option play. Then you still have to account for Ramsey. So a lot of weapons here you have to try and stop. Kind of gets into the defense's head. 2nd and 4. And here's this option play that I was just talking about. Jackson with some space and runs out of bounds. Smart play call to just run out of bounds there to the 33-yard line and brings up a 1st and 10.
Great game. Takes 5 seconds off the clock, and they're in field goal range. So we're looking at least 3 points, but they're hoping 7.
And with so many X factors and superstar players on both sides of the ball for both teams, we haven't seen a whole lot of defense in this game. It's been a lot of offensive abilities and a lot of quick strikes and big plays for these offenses. Not a lot of big plays on defense. Here comes the blitz. Oh, it's almost picked off there as the middle linebacker was lurking right over the middle there. Actually, it was a safety who was down low. That's Callaway. Was lurking over the middle there. Just puts his hand up. Almost gets 2 hands on it for an interception. But it looked like that slant route was open.
You can't get to the quarterback. You put your hands up and hope that happens.
Exactly.
Go around here.
That's Boykin in motion. RPO to Boykin. Boykin with some space outside. Breaks a tackle and keeps going. And he's brought down at the 18-yard line. 1st and 10.
Boykin, tough tackle. 6'4", 220. And, you can't just simply tackle him. You gotta put some muscle.
1st and 10. Dime set. Jackson, empty set for him. He's got time, goes down low. Nice play and a face mask by Callaway. Tries to get his hand in there for a strip and ends up with a handful of face masks. Gets it down to the 6-yard line. Ravens are rolling now.
They're threatening. Plenty of time, but are they leaving too much time on the clock here for the Jags?
Maybe. Plenty of time to do score here. 1:20 left to go. They're going to step back to pass again. Jackson out wide. He's going to try and run. He's got the corner, and he's in for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson so fast and so hard to contain as he is swimming in the end zone.
He was catching a wave there, surfing Hawaii style, so maybe a little celebration there for me.
Yeah, I'm sure exactly Regan had planned that. A little celebration for Ace here from Hawaii. But nevertheless, a touchdown for Jackson. But plenty of time here for the Jags, and they have a lot of playmakers on their side to get a quick strike because we saw with the Hines touchdown just a few minutes ago.
1:15. I expect the Jags to threaten here. We will see.
Now, 2 timeouts left. Do you think the Jags are just going to try and air it out this whole time, or do you think they're trying to mix it up, maybe throw a little Hines in there out of the shotgun to try and get some chunk plays?
I think Hines is proven. Give him the ball. Give him the ball, and he's going to do something. I think you got plenty of time to still use him.
Single back bunch set. Hines in the backfield. Let's see if they go to him here as Barnum changes some things up. Now drops back. He's going to pass it. Got verticals plays going out wide. Oh, he's got his man Paris Campbell, who possession catches to the sideline. Just like that, burns 9 seconds off the clock and is down to the 43-yard line already.
Big play, hits the soft spot in the zone along the sideline, gets his feet down and gets out of bounds. That could come better.
1st and 10, going deep, double coverage. Ooh, and it's almost picked off there. Barsham just kind of throws it up there. Not sure about that one.
Yeah, I don't like that play call there. You got a minute left. Still got your 2 timeouts. Throwing up a ball into double coverage like that.
Yeah, exactly. And a turnover here, it just kind of sets the tone in such a negative fashion for you as you do get the ball back, but, you could just put points here just by running a little bit, and they do, but it's great defensive coverage there as White is in the backfield almost immediately for a tackle for about a loss of 1 there. you're the Jags here, you trying to throw something low and at least get in field goal range, or you trying to go for the first down here?
You got to get into field goal range at least. Hopefully, hopefully you can do something with it.
3rd and 11. He's going deep. Oh, what a catch! What a catch by DJ Shark. And he's gonna go out of bounds there. 26 left in the play clock and 2 timeouts at the 21. Nice throw and even better catch there by DJ Shark.
Again, still has his 2 timeouts. They did burn some time there, but plenty of time, plenty of options.
Exactly. 1st and 10. Shotgun set. Brought him back to pass again. He's going for a crosser. He's got his man, and he's going to get the edge. Oh, he fumbles out of bounds. He fumbles out of bounds, and that's going to be a touch. Exactly. 1st and 10. Shotgun set. Brought him back to pass again. He's going for a crosser. He's got his man, and he's going to get the edge. Oh, he fumbles out of bounds. He fumbles.
Goal is set, but he fumbles it into the end zone. And it goes out of bounds.
You know, you risk so much stuff when you go for that dive there. He has 2 timeouts. There's no reason you can just try and, just take what you can. Maybe put your head down even to try and get that, or just cover it up and take your loss and just accept that you're going to be in the red zone there in goal line situation. But now you turn the ball over, and like we were saying, a turnover there just stops so much momentum as it brings us to the end of the first half. Crazy first half here. A lot of big plays. That one there, very unfortunate for the Jags, but nevertheless still a turnover. If you're the Jags here, what are you going to try and do to get your offense, back on track here in this first drive?
I really think they got to go heavy Hines because they've been really risky. They've proven that they're going to gamble like they just did. It hasn't paid off quite yet. They've made some big plays, but 7 and points are going to be a premium.
And here is the return. It's bringing it out to about the 29-yard line or 30-yard line. And I have to agree with you. I think Hines needs to get more involved. He's been so dynamic in past games and in this game so far. He has that touchdown, the long one, where he made a bunch of people miss. But they're not. They're going to pass the ball here. Oh, and it tries to go to the slant route. Thought he had it open for a second, but throws it wild. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10.
Shark's got a pretty big range, but that was out of his range. That was just an off pass.
Yeah, way too high for anybody to even try and get a hand on. But 2nd and 10 now. Single back set, 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 tight ends to the right. They're going to drop back to pass again. He's looking for that wheel route. Oh, he's got his man Campbell, who's tiptoeing. He stays in bounds to the 20. 10-5 touchdown. I guess we'll just shut up about Hines because they do not need him, apparently, as Paris Campbell runs into the end zone untouched.
When you're the Jags and you're 9-2, who am I? He's blowing me out. Who am I to tell him how to play?
Yeah, exactly. And a nice throw there, but an even better return is Campbell had a tiptoe on the sideline, almost goes out, and then turns on the Jets instantly and runs into the end zone. What a play there by Paris Campbell.
Tap and push him out, but he was able to got to play to the whistle.
1st and 10. Hand up the middle, and it stopped immediately for.
When you got Shark and you got Campbell, yeah, but I really think he likes to establish and then go to that. But maybe he game planned differently here.
2nd and 9. And there's Bryant up the middle for a huge sack, and Jacksonville's got a lot of momentum now. Brings up a 3rd and long.
Bryant's 2nd sack of the game and proven to be a force back there.
And you think that it'd be Ngakoue or it'd be Nwosu on the edge there, but Bryant's really been the guy who's made a lot of disruptive plays here for Jackson.
Those guys on the edge, maybe they're focused on just keeping containment.
Maybe, it's a good point.
Lamar, which is freeing up Brian to get up the middle.
And a nice deflection there by Callaway. Knocks that away from Moore. Right read there, just a little bit too slow there as Moore is able to get around that press and get up the sideline, but unable to get any hands on that ball. It's knocked away. And here's the return by Hines. Hines, always dynamic, like we said. Brings it to the 40, and it cuts back. Oh, and another juke move. I'm not sure what's going on. He is so sifty, and he gets about to the 42-yard line. Nice return of about 20.
Hines saying, "I'm going to put my mark on this game somehow. If you're not going to hand it off, I'm going to do it on the kick."
An empty set here. Jags not looking to get Hines involved in the running game at all so far. Looking to pass again. Bardem changes something up, spreads his guys out to the right a little bit more. Now takes the snap. Zone blitz coming off the side. Here comes the pressure up the middle. Oh, and he gets it away just in time to his man. I believe that's Josh Oliver, or it's Barber, I think.
Rashad Barber, youngster out of Ohio State, he makes the grab, puts him in good position on an 8-yard gain.
And a nice throw by Bardem. Had tons of pressure right in his face, able to make a nice poised throw. As they hand it off, but it's not to Hines. It's to Justice Hill, I believe, for a gain of about 7.
Maybe behind breather after that explosive punt.
Maybe. First and 10, trips to the left here. Hines in the backfield now. And they fake it to Hines. And they're going to go deep to another wheel route. Oh, and it's caught. Another huge catch by these receivers. And, man, this Jags passing game is rolling.
Yeah, they're really testing out the secondary here. Cornerbacks are having a tough time how to keep behind receivers.
Exactly, and the receivers for the Jags have tons of speed here, even outside of Campbell and DJ Shark. DJ Shark and Campbell have 95 and 96 speed, but behind him is Nickerson with 94 speed and Stecker with 95 speed. They got speed all over the field here, including Hines with 95 speed as well. So maybe that's what they're seeing. Their corners are unable to keep up with them, and it's clearly shown here as Hines gets a draw play to the outside, and he's going to get to the 5. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And 95 speed as well. So maybe that's what they're seeing. Their corners are unable to keep up with them, and it's clearly shown here as Hines gets a draw play to the outside, and he's going to get to the 5. Touchdown, Jackson.
Not getting pressure and open up a massive hole to get through. And once he's through, nothing was there on the right side, and he had nothing but daylight.
Yeah, once he's able to get through, he has it's him against Slauson, who's not. He's a run-stuffing linebacker, but he's not quick like White, so he does a smart thing, runs to the opposite side of Devin White and his crazy speed and closing capability, and is able to just get around that outside with Nyheim Hines' speed and untouched to the end zone. So the Jags with a nice drive there, but the Ravens got to get something going here. They have to start establishing the run game because that's what works for them. But here's Ramsey, jukes to the outside, and is brought down for a loss, of about 2. Not the way they want to start this drive.
Ramsey makes a great move, but he can't get up past the line of scrimmage.
If you can't get Ramsey going downfield, it's going to be tough for you to try and get positive yards. That's just with any running back. But pistol spread here, 2nd and 12. Here comes that pass rush. Oh, and Jackson's brought down, and Ngakwe on that contain. And these defensive linemen are feasting right now.
Yeah, the contain is working for the Jags, which is impressive because Lamar early on made some moves. A little bit of change here in the second.
Yeah, a bit of adjustments. And here they go over the top, and it's picked off. Oh, it is picked off, and he's going to return this to the 20, 10, 5. Oh, he's going to walk in for a touchdown. Jacksonville now up 2 touchdowns. A bit of adjustments. And here they go over the top, and it's picked off. Oh, it is picked off, and he's going to return this to the 20, 10, 5. Oh, he's going to walk in for a touch.
A good bit of blocking by DB.
It was actually Yannick Ngakwe who gets in the backfield to pressure Jackson and then terrorizes even more with a block like that to get his man into the end zone. So this D-line, if it's not rushing the quarterback, it's also apparently blocking the quarterback too. So this D-line is just getting in the head of Jackson right now.
He just gonna terrorize him one way or the other, get in his head. 14-point lead for these Jags. I don't know. What do you think? Ravens got something for them?
They need a big play of their own. The Jags, you think the Ravens were just going to start to enforce their will a little bit with their star defense and star offense after that touchback at the back of the end zone to end the first half. But these Jags have come out on fire with 2 or 3 huge plays to start this second half. And now the Ravens are on their heels right now. They got to have another big play of their own to be able to stick with this Jags team. Hand up the middle. Ramsey with the move. Oh, and a face mask brings him down, probably saving a touchdown. He had plenty of space there. Only time I'll say that maybe the face mask was actually a good thing there.
And you saw that the Jags are playing the quarterback on the option there because they ran right past Ram. You're right. They saved the touchdown, so I'll take that. Save it.
Exactly. Another option play, and that's going to be Ramsey up the middle. Like you're saying, this D line is very accustomed now to just containing Lamar Jackson. They figured out that if they just contain Lamar Jackson a little bit, he won't be able to do some of those plays that we saw him do to go up 21 points in that last drive that they had that was successful, where he kind of did some Lamar magic. But now, 2nd and 7, they are driving, and a nice throw with pressure in his face gets it to Ramsey and gets down short of the first down marker, but a nice throw with Brian right in his face.
You saw Brian almost got his third sack right there. He's on fire, having himself a day. He's going to continue to pressure.
Shotgun set. Lamar changes some things up. Sends Moore in motion. Fake snap to Moore. He's got space up the middle. Ooh, and a nice tackle around that blocker. That's Callaway again. Maybe saving a touchdown as Lamar Jackson had tons of space and tons of speed to get around into open space.
Callaway having himself a day too. I mean, this Jags, everybody to play. They knew this was going to be a big game. Showed.
Yeah, defense is coming up big right now in the second half. 1st and 10, trips to the left. Jackson drops back to pass. He's got his man Session. Session with space to the 15-10. And he's finally brought down to about the 4-yard line. Almost gets in for a touchdown. That Session, man, with that post ability, the post flag ability, is just so hard to stop.
So dangerous, especially with that stiff one. Great tackle save.
And he drops back to pass again. Oh, he's going to the end zone. That's DJ Moore. Touchdown, Baltimore. And they are right back into this game within a touchdown.
Yep, DJ Moore. You got to stop looking at him. You got Lamar running. You got Ramsey trying to get going. You got Sessions catching balls. All of a sudden, DJ Moore touch.
And if you go back to the other drives where they weren't successful, what they try to do, they think they try to get a little too fancy, pass the ball a little bit too much, try to do a little bit too many things where you didn't really need to do that. Just stick with what works, run some of the option plays, let Ramsey get an open space, let Lamar Jackson get an open space, and then the defense is just caught guessing and forget about people like DJ Moore or Rashad Session who just get wide open on their routes. So big touchdown drive there by the Ravens, and their defense now has got to come up with a stop and stop these big plays.
You're right, and just going back to what you got to play your game. You start letting the other team determine how you're going to play, you get out of your rhythm. So Ravens are getting back to their game. Let's see if they can make a stop here. Give us a game.
1st and 10 here. Ravens loading up that double A gap. Campbell in motion. X-Factor illuminated. He hands it off to Hines. Hines gets around to the outside. A nice tackle contained there. And stops him for a gain of a no gain there. Huge tackle by Sands.
Sands with the great coverage, had his eye on hole, and got outside of him. Didn't let him get outside before him. Great.
2nd and 10, but these Ravens still have to deal with this dynamic passing game that the Jags have. Single back set. They hand off to Hines and up the middle. Juke move, and he just puts his head down and gets enough for a 1st down. There is Hines. So dynamic. It's going to set up everything for this Jags offense.
Hines is hungry. He says, okay, stop me outside. I'll take it.
Just so much speed. If you give him space like that, that juke move ability is so hard to stop us. Now his X Factor is illuminated along with Paris Campbell. He takes a toss play out to the outside and is brought down. A nice closing play there. And that'll bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 14 coming up for the Jags. Needing a stop now is the Ravens.
4-yard loss on the toss. It's pretty typical cycle as far as
Yeah, definitely. And a nice play there by the Ravens D end. They kind of get off that block and get in the backfield almost immediately. Force Hines to not even have an option of going anywhere else. Second and 14, single back set. Campbell split out wide to the right. X Factor still illuminated. Barnum slowing things down, taking his time. Gets it to Hines and another huge tackle again. Excuse me, by Sylvester.
Want to get that test done for yourself there, sneezing.
Okay, it was
But
okay.
Sylvester there with the great move tried to strip the ball too on the way down. But you got to love that these Ravens are stepping up.
Here they are, third and 15. He's got his man. DJ Shark hangs on. Plenty of time for Barnum as he is 11 for 17, 320 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He's just throwing the ball all over the place.
How hard is it to stop these? Okay, we're containing high. We're making plays here. We're making plays there, and all of a sudden, DJ Chark, Paris Campbell on both sides, lit up.
It's just so hard to stop. And unless you have
weapons everywhere.
Exactly, unless you have a defense, even if you do have a defense like Jack, where you got all-star cornerbacks with speed and lockdown capability, it's almost impossible to consistently stop these 2 wide receivers. Empty set. Barnum takes a snap. He's looking. He's got time. He's going to his man. Oh, and he gets his man. Paris Campbell again on the fade route. Gets in for a touchdown. This Jags passing game is just so hard to stop.
Baltimore gambles. They go for the swat, maybe tried for the pick there, but didn't work. They didn't have the hops there to get up there. Bartram just laid it in over the top. Perfect pass.
Perfect pass, and with that kind of speed there, it's just he puts it in a spot where only Campbell's going to be able to get that, even if the safety could get there in time for a swat. Just throws it right over the top of everything and gets in for a touchdown. So 42-28, still plenty of time left in the fourth quarter, but Ravens have got to kind of settle things down here as the Jags have come away with so many big plays in the second half.
14 points, 6 minutes. I mean, we've seen these guys score in 30, 40 seconds.
Exactly.
This thing still has a lot of game to play.
A lot of game for both sides. And, you know, you never know with these games. We just watched the Eagles-Titans game earlier where the Titans were down 15 points with 2:06 left to go in the game, and they came back and ended up winning that game by a field goal with time with regulation still in play, not even in overtime. So, you know, anything can happen as we have a 1st and 10 single back set. Jags looking to blitz, and they do. Wheel route, and here they go. That's Boykin to the 40, 30, 20. He will go all the way. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hang on. We are definitely far. Jags looking to blitz, and they do. Wheel route, and here they go. That's Boykin to the 40, 30, 20. He will go all the way. Touchdown, Baltimore. Far from over, and one thing I will have to say is that this game could be tied right now if the Ravens had 1 or 2 more successful drives. They had the punt and had a turnover that resulted in a pick 6. So really these offenses are about even. They both scored about 35 points each as we have a huge face mask that gives the Jags good field position. What else do they need with this offense? But these offenses have been about as productive. It's been that turnover that's really kind of set the tone and made this a hill to climb for the Ravens.
You're right. We're looking at, will they have something different here for this offense?
Barnum takes his snap. He's looking to pass again. Hands it to his man Oliver. Oliver puts his head down, but gets about to the 41-yard line, only gain about 5. But smart throw there by Barnum, not forcing anything to his guys.
Really impressed with how he's spreading the ball around. He's using every single one of his weapons.
Using Hines out of the backfield in the passing game. He's using, of course, Shark and Campbell. He's using Oliver. He's using his other backup tight end. He has so many options here, and he's using all of them. So he passes it again. A nice deflection there by Slauson. Gets his hand in there. Brings up a 3rd and 5.
We've seen Justice Hill with the carrier, too. He tries to hit him there on the little check down. So if you're on the Jags offense, you're going to get an opportunity.
You will in 3rd and 5 here. Where does he go now? And they're going to hand it to Hines. Hines gets around to the outside, and he gets the first down by about a yard there. Unable to contain everybody as Hines gets around to the outside with that dynamic speed, and he gets the first down.
Dangerous, though, because he did get hit stick there. You could easily see Thornton popping that ball right out of.
Yeah.
Hines is kind of a small body.
For sure. He definitely would go down easy there. And he did go down easy once you get in front of him. Campbell in motion. Gets now to the slot to the left side. Barnum hands it off to Hines. Hines, nice juke move, but it's brought down almost immediately after that as the Ravens swarm to him and stop him for gain about one.
Ravens ganged up on that tackle, and again, you see Jarrett going for the strip there, or he's the one juked. But the Ravens going for the strip there. They're trying to create it however they can ball back.
They're trying to create some kind of momentum changer for their side as well, at least on the defensive side of the ball. It's 2nd and 9 here. I formation set. The toss play to Hines. Hines is stopped immediately in the backfield. They are containing Hines now. They've figured it out. But here's another 3rd and long. Can Barton pull something else out of the bag and hit one of his weapons?
3rd and 15. We got Campbell lit up on the right side. What do they got?
Shotgun spread set here. Barton looking around. 3:30 left to go. Huge 3rd down here. Barton looking to pass. Pressure coming. Steps up. And he's going deep. Ooh, and it's almost brought in by DJ Shark, but double coverage there. Finally knocking away from one of these pass rushers. But still, a nice pocket presence by Barnum to be able to stay in there even to miss pressure.
Great pocket presence, but what we really saw there was the Ravens finally had a defense to stop that pass. They covered up really well, forced the turnover, forced the through a punt, but Ravens got the ball back.
Now the Ravens had the ball back. 3:20 left to go. Plenty of time. Lamar Jackson's X Factor is illuminated. He's got Gambler, which is so dynamic and hard to stop. And he's going to throw it over the middle. He's got his man Boykin. Oh, and he drops it. Oh, Boykin tries to catch it, run with it a little bit too quickly, and gets popped for it and doesn't bring it in. Brings up a 2nd and 10.
Lamar a little bit late on that pass, and that's what led to that big hit. Otherwise, Boykin open for quite a while there.
2nd and 10. Empty set now for Lamar Jackson. Might be trying to hit more here. He throws over the middle of the seam route. Oh, he's got his man. What a catch. In traffic, Abraham with a nice catch there, showing he's young, but is able to make these big plays as the Ravens get a 1st down.
Roman Abraham is, more and Boykin getting a little bit older. Abraham is the thing for the Ravens.
And on last season, I did a feature about Roman Abraham. Really quickly, briefly mention him because he did so well in his opener. But he is kind of the next guy to succeed Boykin. Like you said, he's got the speed, he's got the ability, and he makes a nice clutch play there as Ramsey now gets the ball on the angle route, gets the gain of about 6.
Roman Abraham, too, he's built like Maurice Jones-Drew. He's short, he's 5'8", but 205 pounds. The dude has a big body to make those tough catches, so great option in the middle.
And a nice RPO bubble there. Ravens kind of taking their time now. There's been so many big plays in this one. Now, finally, we see an actual drive developing from one of these teams. It's just been big play after big play, and the Ravens not taking down to the 42-yard line. This should be taking us to the 2-minute warning after this play, and Ravens are driving, using a lot of the clock. This is an impressive drive so far. Trips to the left. Option. Lamar Jackson takes it himself and gets stopped immediately. That Jags team is still ready for that, clearly, as Mbosi gets back there for a tackle for about a loss of about 4.
Great containment. They're looking for that play. Ramsey probably had the inside zone there, but Lamar kept himself.
And lucky he didn't fumble or got injured something there because Lamar Jackson was stopped immediately. 2nd and 14, going to Moore over the top. He's got his man, and he gets tackled, but still gets to about the 12-yard line. That streak ability by DJ Moore is so tough to stop. He's so good off the press. If you're going to try and press DJ Moore, get ready to have some help behind him because he's going to get by you.
Another great play from Callaway, though. There, he saves the touchdown. He's been all over the field.
All over. Now
So the
139 left to go. Jags are going to start using some of their timeouts here, anticipating a score very shortly, trying to give themselves some time. As they're going to unload the box here, nobody in the box, and see if the Ravens take advantage. They do. They're going to go up the middle, but a huge tackle there by Miles Jack reads that all the way. It's him against Kareem Hunt, and he is ready for it and stops him for no gain.
Miles Jack, very obviously happy to play one-on-one with whoever in the back. He converted that one.
Yeah, exactly. Man in motion, that's Abraham. Abraham gets a touch pass around the outside. He's got some space. Oh, and he's brought down by a face mask. Oh, and that's huge. Murdoch, the other safety with the face mask, and that gives him a 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
You hate to see it. You got to accept that penalty, and now they got 4 chances to tie it up right here.
1st and goal, wing strong gun set here. 4 tight ends in the field right now as they hand it off to Ramsey up the middle, and he stopped just short of the goal line at the 1-yard line, but that's okay for the Ravens. It'll force the Jags to use a timeout.
Yeah, Ramsey pinballs. He just refuses to go down right there. Fights and fights and fights for those 2 yards. Hart fought 2. Very, very valuable.
Very valuable. 2nd and goal here, empty set. Plenty of options right now for the Ravens, so they put together a very nice drive so far. Jackson taking his time, trying to see what the defense is giving him. He's taking his time. He's going deep to the end zone. He's got Session. Touchdown, Baltimore, and pending the extra point. Jackson taking his time, trying to see what the defense is giving him. He's taking his time. He's going deep to the end zone. He's got Session. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Don't expect the quarterback. Lamar is in the back, an 11-on-11 situation. You got to expect that he's going to run, and then how do you guard everything else? So it's one-on-ones across. You could tell that open Session wide up, back edge of the end zone, tie touchdown.
Exactly, and like you were saying, I think he came out. Lamar Jackson came out in some kind of called draw play, but noticed the defense was prepared for it and went to a pass instead and just trusted his men to get by on the one-on-one coverage, and they do. So 1st and 10 now, tie game, 42 all, 1 timeout, 1:02 left to go. Ravens trying to play for overtime now. As a run to the outside, Heim spins back in. Oh, and he's got space. He is not going to be caught to the 40, 30. Oh, wait, hang on, 20. 10, and he does finally get brought down, but that's actually probably good for the Jags as it forces the Ravens to use their first timeout. 1st and goal, Jacksonville.
The youngster Peterson chases him down there, but I'm not so sure that was the wisest play. I mean, you almost want to let him go, get the ball back.
Perhaps they're trusting their defense to try and make a stop here with time remaining for them to get back into field goal range. Run up the middle, that's Justice Hill, and he gets stopped immediately by Devin White. Forces the Ravens to use a timeout, 1 remaining. So they'll have about, unless a turnover happens or a touchdown happens on one of these next plays, they'll have about 3 seconds left after all is said and done to kick off and everything in the field goal to try and do something. So not looking good here for the Ravens. They need some kind of turnover here. 2nd and goal. They drop back to pass. Slant route. He's going to walk in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Jacksonville. But that leaves a lot of time with all these weapons in Baltimore to try and get something back here.
I'm so surprised by that play. You run the ball up the middle, force the Ravens to call their timeout. You take all the time off the clock, kick the field goal, and the game's over. But instead, they score, and they're given the ball back with 44 seconds.
Even if you don't run a play at all, you just take a kneel.
Yeah.
You force the Ravens to use their timeout, and then they only have 1 timeout left. They can't even try and, you have a timeout, so you can kneel it again. They can't even try and ice you. You have a field goal opportunity at the 3-yard line to win the game. You don't trust your kicker to do that? Maybe not, but here are the Ravens as they go to Session. Session drops the ball there. 40 seconds remaining, 2nd and 10.
very, very surprising clock.
And
But these guys have been aggressive the whole time, so
we'll see if it comes back to bite him here. 2nd and 10. Single back set, spread out to the left there, trips. Abraham in the slot. They go back to pass slant route here. They got his man. That's DJ Moore. DJ Moore with some space. Does he get down bounds? He does not. And the Ravens are going to use a timeout. So 33 seconds left to go at their own 47 here. They need some kind of miracle.
very, very close to getting out of bounds, and they really needed that, but they are still within strike.
You never know with all their weapons as well if they're in striking distance. And Lamar Jackson has so much speed, you never know. So 1st and 10. He's going to go deep. He's got his man DJ Moore again. DJ Moore. Oh, if he cut it upfield, he could have had a touchdown, but he makes a smart play and gets out of bounds at the 23-yard line. So 26 seconds, no timeouts here. This is getting down to the wire.
What a game here. I think he could have scored there, but like you said, the smart play, get out of bounds, ensure you got one more play.
Exactly, and now you have a few more options here at the 23-yard line to try and take a shot, and he gets sacked! Taven Bryan.
3rd sack of the game.
Now they're going to hurry up. 5 seconds left to go. He's going to take a shot to the end zone. It's DJ Moore. Oh, and 1 second left to go. So they bat it down.
Bryan almost gets home again for his 4th sack of the game. Causes a really poor throw. 1 second left. This is do or die right here.
This is the game.
Or game's over.
Right here, right now. You know where it's going if you're the defense. It's going to DJ Moore. Here they are. They backed everybody off. Let's see if Lamar Jackson can make some kind of miracle happen. Takes the snap now. He's looking. He's scrambling out. He's scrambling still. He's going to throw it now. Oh, and he had it in his hands, but falls incomplete. And just like that, the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be victorious as Regan is pissed off and throws his clipboard down. And they are going to get out of Jacksonville falling to 9-3.
What a game. I don't know. If you had to pick someone, I don't know who you pick from all the different players that we saw make plays. Who's your MVP of this game?
I know Hines wasn't as impactful as he would have, as he usually are used to seeing. But I think it looked like he played with his chip on his shoulder this game. He made so many dynamic plays and was making, had that first touchdown on that wheel route where it's just dynamic. And then he had that clutch run with 1 minute left to go in the game and only one timeout remaining to just spin and just duke out the entire defense and bring it down into the red zone and virtually win the game for your team. But other than him, you have to maybe think on the defensive side of the ball. Taven Bryan with the sack at the end there, but just his ability to get pressure right up the middle, right in the face of Lamar Jackson, really contain him for the most part. I think he has to be somebody you consider as well.
I was thinking along the same lines there. Off for the Jags, that O-line is so impressive, giving Bartram all day. Bartram put up some great numbers, but got to give credit. Yeah, I'd go to the defense there. Bryan with those 3 sacks, almost had 4. It was a game changer.
It was a game changer. Just that whole game was a very wild, high-scoring affair. Both teams were playing tough and playing hard. It went down to the very last play. You love to see it. But Ravens are going to fall short in this one. And you have to go back to that pick 6. It really just changed the game for them. It kind of put them with so many weapons on both sides of the ball. You have to make sure you don't make negative plays like that to keep yourself in the game because there's going to be so many points on the board. There's nothing you can really do about it. But they're unable to do that. Lamar Jackson with the turnover. And he bounces back, but is unable to really fully recover. And they're going to fall by a touchdown.
Really interesting situation. And so the Jags pretty much have the AFC South on lock. They've got the division. The Ravens are still fighting up in the AFC North. So the Browns are in the lead now. Still several games to go, but the Ravens are within distance to get that division.
still within
without him.
distance, and they have a tough road ahead. They have the Buccaneers next in Tampa. Then they have the Colts, Bengals, and then they play Tosh and the Browns for at home in Baltimore for likely the division. So tough schedule for the Ravens, but I think they have a chance still. This game doesn't hurt them too badly, but it definitely would have extremely, put them in the driver's seat if they were to come away with a win here. But a good game by both sides. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It was a fun broadcast, fun day of games here, a lot of close games. Thank you, Ace, for stepping up and coming in, and we'll see you guys later. So long.
Have a good one.